What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Singing the Tea. I'm your host, Dustin, singer, actor Lewis. You already know, sometimes I sing, sometimes I give you all a reality TV tea, but it's absolutely what you want and it's definitely what you need. And child, we finna get into this Real Housewives of Potomac episode. I know I'm late. I know I didn't give y'all the last week's or whatever. I've been under the weather, but I'm feeling a lot better. So we're going to dive on into it. But before we talk about the episode, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the family member, share with a friend so we can grow our community over here. Now let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now we're going to pick up on episode 12. Now the episode opens up. The ladies are still at the 4th of July ponies, Potomac party, whatever it was, child. The ladies are still over there at that party, and it's a cute little shindig. It's a good little time. Now, when it comes to Angel explaining this whole rental Airbnb situation, I gotta be honest. The situation does seem a little bit off. Like, typically when you have those rental situations, it's not like it's the day of, or like when you get ready to move, they're like, oh, hey, you're done. Like, typically they'll get with you and you guys have that conversation. They're like, hey, do you want to extend? Hey, do you want to stay here a little bit longer? Or, hey, are you going to like not be here? Like, that's typically how it works. Because some people, what they'll do is they'll just go month to month. Because if they know that they have you in there and they know that, oh, we can just keep you here to recoup those funds and not have to worry about possibly losing somebody else to get you in, or what the damages are that you're there between the time frame. So that is a little bit off, Angel. I don't know if you were evicted, but something about that situation just doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't. And I don't know. It's something about it is not clean, because typically when you're renting, like I said, they let you know, hey, you coming up on this lease, or you coming up on whatever it is. Even with the Airbnb, they'll ask you if you want to extend it out. So I'm confused as to that whole situation there. Now, Ashley, excuse me, Ashley bringing it up saying that you moved here because of the show. I'm gonna be real, it kind of seems that way, right? Like, it seems like you did move there for the show a little bit. I mean, but you have family in the area. Also, I feel like your husband wasn't he stationed? Not stationed, Lord. Wasn't he transferred? I don't play sports. Child, I don't know, what is it called? Drafted. Wasn't he like drafted to a sports team over there? I don't even know if y'all got a sports team that way, but I thought that was the whole reason why you and Bobby moved that way. I don't know. You and Bobby Faye could be lying, but child, I don't know. But that's what I thought it was. But that is what it is. So, you know, Stacey, she got Timu there at the event, you know, his Shein fashions and stuff. And Sharice walks up to him because she wants to meet him. And I'm with Stacey. Girl, why? Like, it's too much. Sharice annoys me. She always, don't get me wrong, there have been pockets where I'm like, oh, I really do enjoy Sharice. But overall, I'm just not the biggest Sharice fan. I'm not. She's cool, but I can do without me some Sharice. But her wanting to meet Timu and have a conversation, it wasn't that deep. I'm not a fan of her, but we definitely gonna talk about this whole her, Ashley, and the son situation, because that's a whole mess within itself, and we definitely gonna talk about that. So, hold on, where we at? Oh, well, let's talk about it now. So, when it comes to the situation with Ashley and Sharice's son, right? So he shows up to the event. Handsome. He's a very, very handsome man. You can't take it from him, right? Both of them are grown. He's 27, she's 37. So both of them are grown. Yes, they have a 10-year age gap, but both parties are adults. Here's my issue with this situation with Ashley and Sharice's son. Ashley and Sharice, they started off on this thing, right? They were the OGs. Season 1, both of them were housewives of Real Housewives of Potomac season 1. Sharice was going through her divorce. Ashley was with Michael building her restaurants and stuff. So to me, we are on season 12 of Real Housewives of Potomac? Let me go on. Season 10, excuse me. So we're on season 10 of Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 10. So my thing is with you and this young man, y'all have interacted at some point. The whole time, Ashley, you have been an adult. Him, possibly, maybe not. Like, there could have been some, like, he was younger at some points. And I'm not saying that you did anything with him. I'm just saying that it is a little bit inappropriate for you to be kissing or whatever it is with your castmate's son that you have been in contact with for 10 seasons, so I'm just going to say 10 years. Just gonna say 10 years, just for easy math, 10 years. I think it's a little inappropriate, Ashley. And one thing too, I think that let's say it was one of the husbands, right? Let's say it was somebody's husband was dating another cast member's daughter, and they had that age gap and they had known each other for that long. It would be a whole different story, right? So I feel like if it's good for the goose, it gotta be good for the gander. I feel like it's inappropriate. Ashley, you seem to be cool with it. Sharice, you seem to be cool with it too. And I'm not saying that you gotta just blow up. I'm not saying that Ashley groomed the boy. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying the relationship is inappropriate for you to have known him for as long as you have and for you to allow him to kiss you. Let's say he made the first move. It doesn't matter. You should have said no. You should have put a stop to it. So I think it's inappropriate for you to kiss that lady's son. That's just me. I'm with Wendy when it comes to it. Absolutely not. If it would have been me or one of my kids, one of my nieces, my nephews, and that situation would have happened, I would have put an end to that because that's not happening. Absolutely not. Grown or not, it's inappropriate because you've known it for too long. So that's just my opinion on that whole situation. And Sharice, you online talking about it because I know I'm a little late. You online talking about it now. That you see who your real friends are. There's no real friendship in these things. It's too late. You should have had that energy when the moment it happened, in my opinion, because it's inappropriate. And you can tell even her son in the moment, he seemed a little awkward. Like when she was like, "Did it happen?" He was like it just seemed weird. Like the whole situation is very off. Like Ashley, get you another storyline. Because this what you're doing, it is not becoming of you, girl. Absolutely not. That wasn't cool. So, Angel. So Angel, because a lot of ladies were saying that she was evicted from her house, right? Wendy was definitely putting that out there saying that she heard she was evicted. Giselle was saying, Giselle and Ashley giving her heat, talking about something. They feel like she moved here for the show. So Angel tries to pull Tia aside and they're having a conversation and she's annoyed by it, right? Like she's bothered and I can get it. I 100% understand where she's coming from with that situation because I would be annoyed too if that situation happened to me. But Angel, the situation is odd. And it just seems a bit off, right? And it also seems weird too because I guess I didn't realize y'all still had y'all home in Colorado. I thought that y'all were like done with that whole situation. So like it seems a bit weird. I don't know. I think maybe if we would have even gotten like y'all going to Colorado and coming back like even on y'all's own, but we haven't gotten that. Like we've seen you look at homes, but I don't know, Angel. Angel, I just don't feel like this is for you. You a cool girl. I actually think you're beautiful. I actually think Angel is really, really, really cool. But I think that Angel, the way Angel thought that this was going to go for her on this show, it is not going in the way that she thought it would. So I think that she's just going to bow out gracefully. And I think that that's the best bet for her. So thank you, Angel, for being a one-hit wonder. Or lack thereof. But we don't need any more, my baby. We appreciate you. Now, Stacey and this potato salad. Let me tell y'all something. I am really big on eating people's food. If you know me, you know I do not do potlucks. If you invite me to your house 9 times, unless I'm really cool with you, I'm not going to eat your food. That's just how I am. I've always been that way. I was like that as a kid. I think I get it from my mama because she's slick like that too. So I just do not eat people's food. And something that I'm not going to eat regardless if I know you or not is your potato salad. You don't got to worry about me eating a soul's potato salad unless it's my mama. My mama's potato salad is the only potato salad that I eat. You know what? Take that back. Miss Beverly, she like my second mama too. Them the only people potato salad that I'm gonna eat. I'm not eating nobody else's potato salad. Child, my daddy can make potato salad and I ain't gonna eat it. And I love my daddy down. But absolutely not eating your potato salad. If they coming from my mama or Miss Beverly, I don't want it. Okay? We don't want the potato salad. So baby, Karen, baby, shout out to her, baby. She is the Rosa Parks of this franchise. She is the Harriet Tubman, baby. Mama has said, excuse me, Miss Stacey, ma'am. These is Donald Trump plates. Baby, we can't eat off of these. Baby, when that little girl had said that, I said, that's right. That baby right there is the future president. She is going to take us. She is going to lead this nation. Wendy, y'all is doing a good job over there. Now, y'all might not be doing a good job with some other stuff that y'all got going on allegedly, but y'all raising that child right. Y'all all right with me. Stacey ain't know what to do. She said, oh, no, baby, this is just... She said, whoa. Stacey like, girl, these are just to celebrate the 4th of July. She said, baby, it's the same thing. You ask me. That girl is all right with me. She's sharp. She reminds me of like Dr. Heavenly's daughter, Alora, when she was that age. Like that's the energy that she gives. And it's so cute. It's so funny. I really, really enjoy that. Now, did the people eat Without Wendy, did the people eat Stacey potato salad? Baby, the girl, she said, oh, it was good. That little girl said that to be polite. Wendy had pinched her and said, girl, just say her potato salad good so she can leave you alone. She said, well, Eddie, I want to know what you think. Stacey, please leave these people alone. Eddie said, I got so much on my plate, I don't even want to touch your potato salad. Eddie said it was good, but once again, Stacey, they said that to be nice. I don't even know why Wendy allows you to bring potato salad, because we don't play by potato salad. Honestly, y'all shouldn't even have potato salad at that event. Wendy brought Popeyes. Y'all should got some red beans and rice from them and just called it a day. Y'all should just got Popeyes to cater this event, and then that would have been it. Because Stacey, you started with a full bowl of potato salad, and you're gonna leave with a full bowl of potato salad. Because ain't nobody eating that, my baby. We appreciate you, girl. Now, so Jackson, Sharice's son, he walks up, him and Ashley having a little interaction. Once again, it's weird. It is weird. We already talked about it, so we're going to move on past that, but it's an odd situation. Now, Tia. Tia is having a conversation with her husband and her kids, with her family, and she's talking to them about chores. When she was talking about who keep kissing the mirror, her son was like, well, hold on. He like, listen. And she looked at him like, she was like, you answer real quick. He was like, well, I'm just saying, did I do it in the past? Yes, but it wasn't me. And then I love how they was like, well, Tia, maybe it's you that's doing it because you wear this lipstick. It was so funny. Like, I really, really enjoyed their family dynamics. Like, I think Tia is a phenomenal addition to this show. She's so, so, so good, and I really, really enjoyed Tia. Now, when she talks about her sister that's coming around, and she gives us a breakdown on that family dynamic. So, according to Tia, her father stepped out on her mom during their marriage, and he had 2 separate kids. Now, I don't know if her half-sister and half-brother are their full siblings or what. I don't think so from how it kind of sounded. But, Tia just talks about, like, how that situation was difficult for her, and she is now interested. Well, they kind of building a relationship, but she really wanted to foster that relationship now. And that's a beautiful thing. So shout out to her for doing that. It's a tough situation. And the conversation they had a little bit later, and we're going to talk about it, was so, so, so good. So once again, I really, really enjoyed Tia. Spot on. Great casting there. Now, we get a little scene of Stacey and Timu working out together. And child, I guess that man don't want to film, child. He do not want to be a part of this, but he seems to like Stacey. Stacey loves him, and I hope that they work it out. I hope they can move forward. Beautiful family, sorrows and prayers, whatever they say. All right. So after that, we see Wendy's renovations. What did y'all think about Wendy's renovations? I think the house looks great. The house is lovely. She talks about the next one that they're going to do is going to be a pool. Wendy, I'm trying to figure out where you're going to get this money from, because the people is allegedly saying that you ain't got no money. That's alleged. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Please don't come with my Amazon things. But the people are saying that you ain't got no money. The people are saying that you broke. So that's what they saying, allegedly, Wendy. So, girl, I don't know where you're going to beg, borrow, and allegedly steal, and allegedly all the other stuff. Get this money for the pool. But good luck to you. But, in this moment, Wendy's talking about she wants to call her dad. She's in a better space, and she wants to work on that relationship. I think it was really cool to see Wendy call her father. Actually, too, Wendy's father looks great. It was weird, like when they were on FaceTime, I was like, oh snap, like he looks way younger than what I anticipated. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was honestly just expecting somebody like older, gray hair. I don't know, but he looked great. He really, really did. He didn't look like he looked like he could have been her older brother, to be honest. Like, he looks great, but I love that he apologized. He told her that he loved her, and he wants to leave the past where it is, and he wants to move forward. I hope that he's really able to do that for his grandchildren's sake, because listen, I will tell you, there is no relationship greater than a grandchild-grandparent relationship. I tell you, I cherished my relationship with my grandparents, and I think there's just such a beautiful thing. So I really hope that he can do what he needs to do to be Wendy and them are grown at this point, just to be a good grandparent for those kids. I think that would be great for you. So the next thing that we have is Gizelle, and she is meeting with someone from the National Brain Tumor Society. And, shout out to Gizelle and the society for raising over $1.2 million. That's huge, huge, huge deal. And seeing Gizelle put her energy into this and seeing her foster that and celebrating her father in that way, like that's beautiful for her to carry on his legacy. So that was really, really cool. So I love that. Now, child, we see Kay pulling up to Greg's house because, baby, that's still Greg's house. Kay, you got the condo. Greg got the house. So we see Kay pulling up at Greg's house. You know, they unloading some boxes because she getting ready to move back in with him. Child, I don't know why, but she a fool. But that's going to be on her. Let me tell y'all something about Kay and Greg. Kay, when that man brought out that box and it was some flowers in there and he had that jewelry store bag. And girl, baby, because you know your life, your finances, your things, girl. And when you pulled that thing, that picture frame out that box, I said, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? That man is not going to get with you, girl. And like, Kay, if you like it, we love it for you. But it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. And that man don't love you, girl. Because if that man did, that man would do better by you. And maybe, too, Greg is hurt, or maybe something happened in his previous relationship and he is really just like cautious. And I get that. I respect it. Always take precaution, right? Always protect yourself and do what you got to do because you never know what's going to happen. But Kay, it just seems like you are head over heels in this situation, and it seems like this man does not care about you in the way that you care about him. Like you say he does, but the Eddie Murphy lookalike do not care for you like that. I'm just saying. He just simply does not. And like when y'all were talking about the houses and you were like, oh, well, it's okay, you know, for the condo to be solely mine. But what about the house? Like when we get married, are we going to possibly change the deed? He was like, well, if we get married. And then she was like, no, not if, when. Okay, those are signs. The man is telling you without telling you. And maybe it's something too. I think he wants to be with you. I think that he necessarily doesn't want to get married. And I feel like if he does it, he's going to be doing it just for you. But he's not going to be doing it because it's something that he truly wants to do. And that's big. I would hope somebody who wants to marry me because they truly love me and they can't see their life without me. I think he can't see his life without you in some capacity, but I feel like he doesn't adore you the way that you adore him. And it comes off that way. And it's really sad kind of looking at it because you are too beautiful, too smart, and too fabulous of a woman to be putting up with that mess from the Eddie Murphy lookalike. And Eddie Murphy is handsome. Greg ain't bad looking, but you could do better. You can do better. And I just don't know. I don't know, Kate. Like, I don't know. And then he was just saying, you know, we can put our first picture in here. Y'all got pictures? Boy, just put a picture in that picture frame and go on about y'all day. But hey, once again, if Kay like it, then we love it for her. Let's move on to the next topic. So, we see Tia and her sister meeting up for lunch, right? And her sister's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sister. And I really enjoyed their conversations. And, you know, when Tia was talking about, you know, she remembers seeing a baby when she was younger, and it was her sister. And she said, you know, she didn't want to be in that relationship, and she took her mom's side on that. I understand. I would say it's not necessarily taking your mom's side. I just feel like it was disrespectful. Now, the kids don't have anything to do with that, but it is a disrespect, right? Your father disrespected your mother by having children on her, and your mama didn't sign up for that. And it's a little disheartening, right? And I can feel like that is something that's uncomfortable for everybody. How do we move in these spaces, right, when somebody does this? And I think that it was a little selfish of your father, and I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead. It was a little selfish of him to expect for you to invite them to your wedding or to invite them into some of your spaces when you are just not there yet. He might be there, and that's something that he might be wanting, but you're just not in the space, or you weren't in the space to do it at that time. It's good to see that you're in a better place now, that you can foster this relationship with your sister. And when you broke down in your confessional, you were saying like all he wanted was his kids to be a family and to have that relationship. You are now ready to have that. You know, you weren't at the time, but for you to understand what your father was trying to get y'all to do now, that's great. So shout out to Tia for giving us these vulnerable moments and for her to let us in. This episode should have been titled like the family edition, because it really was centered around like a lot of families and a lot of working out those things and trying to figure out family. So I really, really enjoyed that. So that was great. Yeah, I love that her and her sister are rebuilding their relationship. Now let's go ahead and talk about Wendy and her mama and her sister. First of all, her sister be coming in there with that drag queen jewelry. Because the drag queens be having them, they have the plates, the breast plates. Her sister be coming in there with them chokers and stuff, with them big jewels, to cover up the line from the breastplate to the neck. That's what her sister be coming in there in. That's just start there. Wendy, you and your mama and your sister, y'all typically don't really give us all that y'all gave us tonight. So I was a little shocked. But it seemed like your mama just came through to just break up the scene and just to like get her moment. Because I don't understand why she did all that with you. And when you were talking to your mom and your sister, and I think starting off, your sister gave you great advice. I truly, truly do. I think your sister's saying like, hey, look, we've been here with daddy before. Don't get your hopes up because listen, you already know how he is. He'll sit up here, he'll sell you dreams, baby, but he ain't gonna never own up to them. So I think that your sister was giving you great advice when she was giving you some of that, right? And the two, when her mom was like, "Will this black toilet paper give you a UTI?" That was funny. But Wendy, the way your mama was blowing up on you about it, and I think your sister just misspoke when she was just like, when dad, he essentially he gave birth to y'all. I don't think that she was saying like he pushed you out. Like she wasn't trying to discredit y'all's mom. She was just simply saying like he was a part in just us becoming a life form, right? He was a part of us becoming who we are. Yes, he wasn't there the full part of it, but he still is a part of our lives in some way. And your mom took that and she just ran with it and she started going off. So Wendy was like, hey, mom, just 1 second. Let me get the kids out the room because I don't want them to hear all of that. And then your mama just blew up and she's like, well, like they ain't heard worse. Even if they've heard worse or not, she just doesn't want them to hear any more of it. So let her get her kids out the room. Have enough respect for that. Yes, you are her mom. But at the end of the day, you are both two grown women. And that is something that parents will do sometimes. Once your child becomes an adult, you have to foster a relationship with that grown individual. Yes, I'm still your child, but I'm not a child. So we can have a conversation. We can agree to disagree. I'm going to always have respect for you, but you need to have respect for me now as a grown adult, as a grown individual. And I feel like, Wendy, your mom just doesn't have that for you because when she was just saying like some of the things that she was saying to you, it was really out of pocket. And in all honesty, you weren't coming to her like that. And then like your sister and her were ganging up on you and, Eddie came out and Eddie was just coming in to be like, hey, y'all, it's getting loud. This ain't normally what y'all do. Like, what's going on here? And Wendy broke down and she just like, listen, this is what y'all always just gang up on her. And I felt so bad for Wendy in that moment because I know what that feels like. And Wendy, I think your mama just need a moment to calm down. I think that she will come back and apologize to you, hopefully. And your sister was doing too much with that bodysuit. But Wendy, I do think that you should be cautious when it comes to your feelings with your father. I do think that your mom has some resentment that she hasn't worked through when it comes to your father as well. But it don't have nothing to do with you. If you want to foster a relationship with him in hopes that he can meet his grandchildren and for them to have a relationship, that's a beautiful thing. And your mama got to be okay with that. Because at the end of the day, that is your dad. That is their grandfather. So it is something that she's going to have to be okay with. You are not saying, hey, mama, I want daddy to come in here, move in here with me, and you move in as well, and all of us are going to do these things. But your mama, like I said, was doing way too much. She didn't have to bring up talking about she quit her job, got jobs, put you through school, took care of your kids, did all that. She didn't have to do all that. That was not necessary. And your sister wasn't necessary either. And y'all, that's just essentially where the episode ended. Child, like I said, I ain't never seen Wendy give us all that, but I'm glad she did because it was good. It was a good little TV moment that her mom was trying to give us. But with that being said, y'all, that's why I'm going to end the review. I'm going to get back on track when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit better. But I thank y'all so much for being on this journey with me. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share with the family members, share with the friends so we can grow our community over here. Until next time, have a good one, everybody.